願いましょう。鳴り響きいたね。根は戻る。誰かな。いずれ風に吹き落とされる最悪の力。立ちなさい。その風落ち着いて。星々よ、開拓者たちに真なる祝福を。皆そこで深淵を迎える。お別れの時間よ。
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video by yours truly. That showcase blew me out of the water if it ended up blowing you out of the water as well, because I wasn't expecting Asta to bring such a massive amount of value to this composition. The craziest thing about Asta is that her speed, which she gives up to like 50-ish speed, depending on your investment in her, to the party, right? That's so insanely valuable for Kafka and Black Swan, because if they can go more turns, that means they can trigger more dots, and Black Swan can put more dot stacks on the enemy's head, thus increasing the damage threshold. Asta's potential, I've always known she's good for dot compositions, but I didn't know she was this good. Now, I've seen nobody else talking about just how good she is with Black Swan and Kafka. Everyone else, for the most part, either didn't mention her or made it seem like she was a B tier character. In fact, Pridewind has her in the B tier, and I shit you not. After seeing that showcase, I think she's meta for Black Swan and Kafka. I think she's quite literally best in slide. Now, outside of being weak to the fire element, maybe it'll be a little bit less valuable because she won't get her stacks up as often. However, E6 can still make that achievable. But with fire synergy, she is literally better than Ting Yun, because Ting Yun can only give a buff to one of them, right? One of the characters, one or the other. She also can only benediction speed boost one or the other. Her dance does apply to both, but you can put dance on Asta, as you saw in my showcase. Asta is not only speed boosting both of them, making both of them go 3 times without you having to create time remnants in a raw dog manner. You ain't gotta create no time remnants in a raw dog manner, bro, all right? You don't need 175 speed Kafka or Black Swan. Asta's got you covered there, free to play friendly. She also gives a 70%-ish, depending on your investment in her, attack boosts to both units. Again, whereas Ting Yun only gives benediction to one of them, or a boost to one of them, Asta's giving that attack boost to both of them while speeding both of them up. It's crazy. Like, I gotta go over the nuances of this, because I would think you guys are probably, after seeing that showcase, you saw I had 2 dances on, right? You don't even need 2 dances. That's just me utilizing what I have on my account. But I actually did another showcase to prove to you guys you can still make them go 3 turns without 2 dances and without creating time remnants. All right, let's get into it. So we're gonna go over our showcases like we normally do, where I educate you guys on the techs utilized, strategies utilized, timings of different mechs. We'll go over all that first, but let's explain the nuances. So as you saw in the showcase, these were the builds, right? That was my build for her. That was my build for her. 5-head play with the resolution shines as a pearl. You ain't never seen nobody running a Kafka with the resolution shines as a pearl. But that, and then I had slow May with the dance S5, and then I had another S2 dance on my Asta. What if you don't have that many dances? Rest assured, you can literally put whatever light cone you want on your Asta. I personally like this on her because of the energy recharge, and we get an extra skill point. Plus, if you time it right, you can put that on your Kafka. But that's up to you. I put this on Kafka, I'm gonna show the showcase here very soon. If you put this on her, or I'm sorry, on Asta, y'all know I fuck up names all the time. If you put this on her, your Kafka is just gonna have to rock a speed boot now, right? If you rock a speed boot on your Kafka, that should put her somewhere around the 140 speed threshold, depending on how many speed stats you have. We don't even have to get too meticulous about it. But if you do this, here's the only problem you gotta run into. You need to make sure your Black Swan is faster than your Kafka, because Black Swan puts defensive shred on their heads, puts dots on their heads, and then Kafka triggers that. So if Black Swan's slower than Kafka, you're gonna lose out on DPS. It's not a big deal, but it is worth mentioning. So make sure she's faster than Black Swan or Kafka, and I guarantee you, you'll still go 3 times. Let's pull up the showcase so you see I'm not talking out my ass. The reason being, before we even pull it up, is because again, 50 speed given to both of them, right? With the hacker set, you get another 12% speed on top of that. So that essentially shoots them over 200 speed action value. And then when you time the Dance 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 ult with Ron May on the second cycle, it brings them up for the 3rd turn. It's beautiful. Let's pull it up. Okay, this is the showcase. We're not gonna watch the whole thing because we have to actually go and watch the one we just showed y'all before the video started. We're not gonna watch this whole thing. We're just gonna skip to the part over here. Okay, here we go. So we open up with Asta's ult. This is very important. You have to open up with Asta's ult going into the next cycle. Otherwise, it's not happening. So as soon as you go into that cycle, frame 1 ult. Let's go ahead and watch this. In fact, let's turn the volume down so it's not talking over me. All right, so we already ulted, right? That's one. Here you go. Just pay attention to these two. So this is 1 turn right here. This is 1 turn for both Kafka and Black Swan. You notice my Kafka's faster than my Black Swan. That's bad, but I don't care. I just wanted to show you guys that you can still go 3 times, even though you don't have 2 DDDs. And that's very important for a lot of low budget people. So here you go. That's 1 time between Kafka and Black Swan. Their second turn is coming up, right? You see them right here. Their second turn is coming up. Here's the second turn. All right. And then Swans. There we go. Finally, watch the timing of Ron May's DDD. So now, hold up, let's pause this. Well, there we go. Look at this. They're getting shot back. Let's rewind that back so that you guys can see that one more time. You notice that my Swan and Kafka are just right outside of the cycle. Soon as Swan or Ron May gets hit, which we really got lucky there, but it wouldn't have mattered if he hit her or not. I would have still been able to get her ult up. Anyways, we hit this, shoots them inside of the cycle, as you can see over there. And then that enables me to go 3 times without 2 dance dances, without creating raw dog time remnants on my Kafka and Black Swan. Honestly, I can do the math, but I'm overdoing math. I'm so over that shit, it's not even funny. Just know, if your Kafka and Black Swan have on speed boots with a Asta who has at least a 10 talent investment or speed ult investment, and then obviously you're running this comp, they're gonna go 3 times. If they're anywhere around 140 speed, anywhere around there, they're gonna go 3 times. And that is huge, because that means this free to play friendly ass investment, E0, S0, Kafka Black Swan, or signature lists, Asta, one of the most free to play friendly units in the game, and then Ron May. Now, is it a sustainless comp, and will it be trickier for people who don't know how to play sustainless comps? Absolutely. If you know what you're doing, it's not an issue. Look at my health. I'm in the 2nd cycle. This is about to be GG's for both of these guys. I've barely took any damage. If you know what you're doing, it's definitely achievable. If you don't, run a sustainer. Not that big of a deal. Take the Black Swan out or the Ron May out, put in a Scooby-Doo, no big deal. But I need you guys to understand you don't need 2 DDDs. Now, let's go and talk about the actual showcase, the showcase of the hour, okay? Okay, so let's go ahead and walk you through the plays and how we ended up pulling this off. Obviously, we pop Black Swan's technique, then we open up with Ron May's technique, or we hit Ron May's technique, and then we open up with Kafka. First thing right here, it's important to open up with Kafka, then Asta, because Kafka's gonna put a lightning dot on her head, enabling you to build a little extra stack on their head with Black Swan's whatever the hell you call that shit, her dot little thing. You see those 5 stacks in the top right up there, whatever the hell those, I forgot what they're called, but y'all know what I'm talking about. All right, so she off rip takes 37,000 damage. Oh, buddy on the left already has 3 stacks on his head. The name of the game with this particular douchebag is to get those stacks filled up as much as possible without breaking his shield so he can explode on the other enemy. Right there, first RNG, which is relatively easy. You just can't get CC. That's it. Can't get CC. You CC, you reset. We pop ult right here, activating Dance Dance Dance, also triggering Kafka's follow-up attack. Black Swan lowers this person's shield down, but also I'm attacking the one on the left just because I see she has enough shield on the right to be broken by Kafka. Now I put defensive shred on both of their heads while also building those 9 stacks of Black Swan's passive. We break her shield. This is where break effect Kafka shines through. But guys, I'm gonna keep it a stack with y'all and say something that you're not gonna agree with. I think break effect Kafka is better than Datka. I think break effect, the thief set on your Kafka with this setup is literally better than the fucking defensive shred set. I swear, bro, I've tried them both. I literally was trying this shit all day and I'm like, why am I getting better results with the break effect set? it's insane, man. All right, so we follow up here. We're working on building his stacks up again so that he can explode on himself. You have to do it twice. Once you do it on the second time, then he explodes on himself. She's just dead. She's just been dying to dots on the right-hand side over there. There we go. Boom. See, he explodes on himself right there. Look at the damage, bro. Look at the damage that he does to himself when he explodes. It's ridiculous. And this enables me to go into the next cycle without using anyone's ults outside of Ron-Mei. It's insane. Boom, he takes another 108 in total to both of them thanks to Black Swan's dots. Black Swan's the real carry here, I shit you not. Boom, this is RNG because this douchebag, when he attacks somebody, he can lower their action value. My Asta resisted it. It doesn't matter. The only people or the only scenarios where you can't allow him to slow down your team is if he slows down Black Swan, but doesn't slow down Kafka. That's gonna make my Kafka faster than my Black Swan and completely scuff the whole run, which is really cringe. Or he slows Black Swan and Kafka, but doesn't slow my Ron-Mei, and then my Ron-Mei's faster than my Black Swan and Kafka, and her freaking buff runs out before I can do their stuff on the second cycle. This is really cringe to deal with from a sweaty level. From a just casual level, you just won't even care about it. All right, so notice bro still has a little bit of HP left. You can actually kill him with the auto attack from Asta, or you can just kill him with the auto attack of Asta followed up by Kafka, which I ended up doing the other one. Did she crit? She didn't even crit. If her goofy ass critted, he would have died. But since she didn't crit, Kafka had to follow up, wasted my follow up for my Kafka. Frame 1 ult from Asta. Frame 1 ult from Asta. That shoots everybody up to the top, not letting them do their thing. That's important. It's important in order for Black Swan and Kafka to go 3 times too. So we open up with her skill because we have plenty of skill points. And then Kafka or Black Swan, bro, I'm always gonna mess up their names, guys. You're just gonna have to get used to it. Grandpa Smack messing up names. All right, so we pop Black Swan ult, then pop Black Swan skill, put the defensive shred on both of them. Kafka's gonna follow up with her ult. Notice she has a little bit of shield left. If my stupid ass Asta would have crit, then dude would have died on the last turn. I would have still had her follow-up attack, and then we could have used that follow-up attack to break his shield. It is what it is. All right, so 112 there, and then we're gonna use her skill to re-trigger and break. Boom, 123k, and we're stacking more dots on his head. Ron-Mei now ran out of her buff. We have to re-up, obviously. Reproc her buff bare minimum. And then the next time she goes, she'll have her ult up. He gets delayed thanks to Ron-Mei. And now we got to build on this guy so that he can explode on himself. So we're going to auto attack. Then Kafka will follow up. I think we do. Nah, you ain't going to hit Savarog. Goofy ass. Boy, you know you ain't going to hit Savarog. What you think about? Bro, over here thinking about life. Oh, I actually did. You know what? I know why I did it. That makes perfect sense. That makes perfect sense. Because this dude takes more ticks when his turn pops up. So we're focusing on Savarog all day. So there's gonna be 1 tick on him. He'll have 3 stacks. Savarog will explode, making it 4 stacks. Boom, so he's 4 stacks on him. So 2 more stacks when his turn comes up are gonna be applied to him from the dots. That's why I was telling y'all dots are so insanely broken with that guy. Okay, like this was just bad luck with Asta. So notice he's at 4 out of 6, right? Watch this. Do I? No. I pop skill. 100%. I already forgot, guys. I'm pretty sure I pop skill. You have to, because that's too risky. She's not going to get her ult up with an auto attack. It's just not happening. There we go. So we pop skill. Yep. And then Buddy's going to actually tick himself. Watch this. Boom. Right? That's 5. And then that's 6. And then he explodes. Boom, dude, this was massive to the zero cycle. And this is what I was telling y'all, Dots shit on that guy. Look at the damage he did to himself. Holy. All right, so now it's just GG's from here. Auto attack, boom. Kafka, Asta's last minute ult brings those two back into the cycle. But guys, you don't have to do this with Asta with the dance, as I already showed y'all. She brings them two back into the cycle. And I have quite literally the coolest finisher you've ever seen. Bro, this finisher was crazy on a number of reasons. We skill with Kafka. She doesn't quite get her ult up with it. So then we auto attack with Black Swan. Kafka's follow-up attack shoots, fills the ult up, and then we finish. It was a nitty grittier, bro. And this is the type of shit I like because this comp is so low budget in comparison to the number of zero cycles you see on the internet, that the fact that I was still able to put it up but down to the wire shows that you got to make every single play count. It's so freaking cool. Boom, follow up, her ult comes up, and then like, brother, look at the damage too of this ult. This ult was insanity, man. Kafka's break on top of Ron May's break on top of the Dots. Boom! Oh my god. Yeah, that was too lit, guys. That was too lit. Anyways, beautiful. I'm serious. I genuinely think Asta is best in slot for Black Swan and Kafka. 100% against fire element weakness. She might even still be best in slot outside of it just because of the speed tuning enabling them both to go 3 times, especially for low budget builders. But that's not facts. It's just based off of what I've tested. That shit is crazy how invaluable she is. She definitely ain't no B tier. With this footage, considering MOC doesn't give you any advantage outside of zero cycle, or inside of zero cycle, you get no advantage from the current MOC buff, especially for Dots. Skill and basic attack doesn't mean nothing there. The fact that we are able to achieve this means Asta, bare minimum, I shit you not, she should be S tier. She should, because this is a meta team. This is an 100% meta composition. So she should be S tier, ideally. But peace, love, and happiness. Hopefully I brought you guys some value. Thanks for watching. Catch you on the flip side.